you may already know that cardiovascular disease is one of the major killers of people in the Western world, particularly in America. It used to be the #1 killer of men in the United States, but now women are stepping up to the podium as well, unfortunately. There is good news about cardiovascular disease. The good news is that we can prevent it fairly easily, even if there's a genetic predisposition for the development of cardiovascular disease. The prevention, as you probably already know, is all about changing diet, changing lifestyle. Changing lifestyle means exercising aerobically on a regular basis, keeping your weight down, and taking time to play, to relax, to meditate, to just be in an environment where you are not stressed. Diet, some of the keynotes of diet are these. 1, the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet are 2 very important diets at preventing and treating cardiovascular disease. It's my opinion that with the Mediterranean diet, one of the biggest pieces of that diet that help in preventing cardiovascular disease is olive oil and many of the polyphenolic compounds found in natural pressed virgin, cold pressed virgin olive oil. If you hold your olive oil up and look at the bottle, you want to see a real deep green, deep color to your olive oil. And that deep color means that there's a lot of good heart protective compounds within the olive oil. Now the fat itself also is cardioprotective. But the key fat in protecting from cardiovascular disease and even treating is the omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA. So fish oils are truly an important addition into a dietary regime. Now you can do that through diet by eating a lot of wild-caught salmon, halibut, and some of the smaller wild fish like anchovies, like mackerel, and sardines. Sardines are my favorite. But sometimes you're going to have to supplement and use these omega-3 fats as medicine more than just food. Even the American Heart Association now recommends supplementing with omega-3 fats and fish oils. It's about the only thing that they recommend that you supplement on top of a very good diet. So fish oils are very important. They can help control your cholesterol levels, and they can help reduce the inflammatory reactions in the vascular tree that lead to cardiovascular disease. Now, also, eating a diet high in vegetables and fruit, particularly colorful fruit and vegetables. I usually recommend that at least half of your daily intake come from the vegetable kingdom, with lots of green leafy and colorful vegetables. The colors in the vegetable kingdom, the colors in the fruit, are primarily made from 2 very important antioxidants, carotenoids, or groups of antioxidants, carotenoids and polyphenolic flavonols. These flavonol compounds and these carotenoids, which provide the color for fruit and vegetables, are very cardioprotective. They are strong antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that protect our vascular tree from damage and protect our cardiovascular tree from inflammation. And inflammation is the leading cause of cardiovascular disease. Next is taking in a lot less saturated fats and animal fats. So keeping the dairy that you take in non-fat, and eating your dairy more than drinking it, meaning eating a lot more of non-fat cheese, but particularly fermented dairy products such as kefirs and yogurts. The kefirs and yogurts are very good for the system. They provide a lot of probiotics to the intestinal tract. Reducing red meat intake, and if you are the type of person or the metabolic type of person who needs to have animal protein coming in on a regular basis, use grass-fed, grass-finished, and organic meats. So, grass-fed, grass-finished, organic red meat, but eat your meat in condiment size, about the size of a deck of cards or smaller. And for every portion of animal protein or red meat, have equal portions, 3 equal portions actually, of green leafy vegetables or green leafy colored vegetables. It's a great combination, and it'll be a lot more heart healthy should you need to have a lot more animal protein in your diet. Now, again, fish is going to be the principal source of animal protein, particularly wild-caught, cold Arctic fish are going to be the best for the EPA and DHA content that's heart protective. Now, supplementing. What supplements can be valuable for protecting against heart disease? Now, I know the American Heart Association does not recommend supplements for protecting or treating heart disease. However, there are tons of peer-reviewed clinical trials and studies demonstrating that some of the things that I'm going to talk about here to be very cardioprotective. What are those? Well, again, back to the colored, back to the colors in the natural kingdom. Flavonoids. The flavonoids from green tea are very cardioprotective. So having a couple cups of green tea a day or supplementing with the catechins from green tea. Resveratrol, boy, it's gotten so much press, and it's one of the leading natural molecules being explored and researched now in many institutions because of its effect on the cardiovascular tree and its effect in anti-aging and its effect as an anti-cancer agent and anti-inflammatory agent. Resveratrol, as you may know, is primarily found in grape skins, hence red wine. The reddish color in the wine is actually made by the resveratrol. Resveratrol is also gotten from grape juice. You can get it from blueberries and a lot of the dark purple and blue berries. The resveratrol flavonoid compounds in those, as well as some of the other flavonoid compounds, are very, very cardioprotective. They help the lining of our cardiovascular tree to be strong and to resist the inflammation, and hence the breakdown that allows for the fat molecules and cholesterol and calcification to occur in the arterial lining, leading to atherosclerosis, hypertension, and thinning, if you will, of the arteries that can lead to stroke, that can lead to heart attack. Now, if you have high cholesterol or high lipid levels, there are some ways naturally we can bring those lipid levels down. There are some naturally occurring statin compounds. One of my favorite is a product called Choleast from Thorne. I use this with many of my patients who have high lipid levels. And we give Choleast in 2 or 3 capsules twice a day. Choleast acts as a natural statin compound to bring those levels of LDL and total cholesterol down. And the exercise piece, my general sort of equation for the exercise is this. 220 minus your age, roughly, will give you a guesstimate for your maximal heart rate. So 220 minus your age, you get your maximal heart rate, and then you want to have your maximal heart rate steady at 60 to 80% of your maximal heart rate. So you want to keep your heart rate steady at 60 to 80% of your maximal heart rate for 40 minutes, minimum 3 times a week to maintain conditioning, and better 5 times a week to bring down your lipid levels and to condition your cardiovascular tree. And maybe one more piece. Relaxation and play. Play. When you get home and you're stressed, play with the kids, sit down, talk with your husband and wife, take an hour before bed, read a good book, take a deep breath, and relax. Just be. Don't do, just be. Thank you.